Not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical. Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Hibbert with it. Picked up by Hibbert. Stuckey drives inside. It's rebounded by Roy Hibbert.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Williams outside. There's the bucket. Good. And it's an 11-point Florida lead.
It's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
I think he's been kind of passive today, and you know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Horford sets a screen for Williams. No good on the triple. Here's Indiana. Here's Stuckey. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Hibbert with the screen on Stuckey. Williams for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. And here's George. First trip to the line for him here.
Well, he almost always cashes in when he gets to the line. He was about 86% from the free throw line last season.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
And Florida making a change here. Chris Bosh is checked in for Hibbert. Baca comes in for Al Horford. Paul George, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And Irving subbed in for Darren Williams. For Florida, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? 25 points and 1 rejection in this game, too.
And it was a good one, too. Really one of the highlights, I thought, of the game defensively.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go with Kirilenko running it up the court. So against the whistle, contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. For Florida, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And the first one drops. Some changes for Indiana. Mahimi comes in for Roy Hibbert. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Here is Watson, defended by George. Good. And it's 6 points for David West.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Indiana trails by 7. And here we go. George, no good. So it's Florida now. They've led by as many as 11 points. A minute 50 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Right side, George. It's back to Hill. Outside, George. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Florida leading by 7. Here's Kirilenko. The good-looking shot from the wing. Kirilenko's got his first points of the night. Here's Indiana. Outside Hill. Pass to George. Unloads from 13. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Indiana making some changes. Luis Scola, he's checked in for West. Chris Copeland comes in for George. And it's C.J. Miles in for George Hill. Tony Parker's checked in for Florida. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Nice play to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
I tell you what, guys, if he gets there a fraction earlier, that's a steal.
And Florida making a change here. Al Horford is checked in for Bosh. Randolph comes in for Serge Ibaka. Williams, he's checked in for George. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Irving.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
The shot by Williams, no good. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
To the right side. Copeland. No good on the three.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Miles kicks to Watson. The feed now to Miles. Screen by Score, and Zach Randolph gets the whistle that time. Here's Copeland. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Williams for three. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, and today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin. And let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask you, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
Ah, the Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
The #1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. On the court for Ford. Zach Randolph is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then there's Lewis Williams. And it's Horford in at the center filling out the middle. Miles the pass to Stuckey. Here's Hibbert. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Williams attacking. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Williams has got the lead up to 13 now for Florida. Here's Indiana now. Here's Stuckey. Almost, but it rolls out.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
And he gets it to go. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Yeah, he definitely saw some things that were not working for them out there. And now he's going to make some adjustments.
I'm not sure what it was, but he clearly wanted something to change out there.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. West is checked in for Scola. Paul George comes in for Chris Copeland. And it's Hill in for C.J. Miles. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Frank Vogel gave to his team during that last break. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Hill kicks to George. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Hill dishes to George. Hibbert with a screen for George. Off the screen. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Florida leading by 14. And George, here we go. Count the bucket. George has got 30 points.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine.
Hill kicks to Hibbert. Can't get it to go. And it's Florida the other way. Here's George. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
To stop the run. Stuckey can't get it to go. Here is Ibaka. And George, here we go. And he gets it to go. George has got 10 points here in the second half.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Well, you know, as teams become more and more focused on getting good looks in close, at the rim. The value of great defensive big men inside just continues to rise. I mean, it's tough to be a contender without a rim protector.
It's George on the wing, guarded by Kirilenko. Hill against Irving. Hill passes to Hibbert. Wide open. And it's Kirilenko with the rebound. Kirilenko's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. George dishes to Ibaka. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And with the new camera systems, it's easier to measure defense, going beyond block shots to look at which, for instance, big men diminish shooting percentages in their area.
Yeah, no surprise. I mean, names like Dwight Howard, Roy Hibbert, Serge Ibaka. But interesting that that reputation has value defensively when players hesitate to go inside.
Hill kicks to George. He dishes it to Hibbert. Shot to stop the run. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
And so here is Indiana. Hill with it. He's picked up by Irving. Hill kicks to George. The 15-footer. And it's Florida with the rebound. Bosch has got his 6th rebound on the night.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
And it's George missing. They need to stop this run.
I think it's time to switch things up, either by going to the bench or with a different look defensively.
And the basket by Hill.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Florida leading by 22.
And so it's going to end up.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And George, here we go. Wash inside. He's against Hibbert. And here's George for 3. Hibbert pulls it in. And here is Hill. They get it back. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and a terrific finish.
Outside, George. Stuckey into the lane. Bosch with some nice D. And Florida with the possession. Here's Kirilenko. No good from outside. Here comes George. Pulls up, high post. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. On the wing, George. Can't get it to fall. From the length of the floor. Misses the shot. So